Australia should be locked down and no one should enjoy Thanksgiving.
Greg, you've got a tweet from the President of the United States?
Yes, the President has tweeted following the news that the GSA is going to go forward with the transition process. It reads, "I want to thank Emily Murphy at GSA for her steadfast dedication and loyalty to our country. She has been harassed, threatened, and abused, and I do not want to see this happen to her, her family, or employees of GSA. Our case strongly continues. We will keep up the good fight, and I believe we will prevail. Nevertheless, in the best interest of our country, I am recommending that Emily and her team do what needs to be done with regard to initial protocols, and I have told my team to do the same."
Our guest now is Jonna Bianco from the American Bondholders Foundation and one of the deplorables who is a big supporter of President Trump. How do you respond to that tweet and the fact that the president's given the GSA authority to go ahead and start a transition process?
Well, I think he's just trying to appease so many on the left. I don't approve of it. I don't agree with it. I think he's just trying to make light of the current circumstances with the staff and the pressures that they are under. I know in his heart, and that of all the deplorables out there, me being a proud one, Joe Biden is not the president. He's not the president-elect. The media does not select it, who the president is. And I think that will all come out in the courtroom.
Any doubt in your mind from the evidence you've seen, the facts you've seen, that Joe Biden, his claims upon this are totally illegitimate and illegal?
I don't have a doubt, one whatsoever. He did not get the votes that he claims he has. They are trying to steal this election. There's no doubt in my mind. And the 70+ million Americans deplorables that voted for President Trump to remain in office another 4 years, they know it as well. And I'm here to tell you that they, just like we've seen in the polls, in the media, they have underestimated these deplorables, and they are in full action. The truth is coming out. The facts are coming out. Whether the left media wants to announce it or not, I mean, we can go back to old school. The message, the information, it will get out. Whether they ban us from Facebook or Twitter, or whether the mainstream, lamestream media of CNN, CNBC, etc., want to put the truth out. The deplorables know the truth, and we will put it out to the world.
John, I got to ask you, I think you were temporarily banned from Twitter, or maybe you've been banned by a piece that you put up that you refused to take down. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but what was the piece? What did it say? What was so controversial about it? And why are you somehow crossways with Twitter?
Well, first of all, anybody and everybody who speaks out against the Chinese Communist Party or their little minions that they have around the world will be censored. I mean, we've seen it over and over, whether it's War Room or whether it's me or anybody else. I had read an article about that G News, our dear friend Miles, had put out regarding the ties and the association to Dominion. And in fact, I'll hold it up. I printed it off. This is it right here. Don't know if you can see it. It was the G News, the link between Dominion, Sequoia, Smartmatic, and the Chinese Communist Party. The Chinese Communist Party, as we know, is ruthless. They hate this president. They hate freedom. They hate what we stand for. And they've done everything to try to destroy that and take that down. Their fingerprints are all over this election and the corruption and the fraud that we've seen. I stand behind Sidney Powell's representations, and all 70+ million deplorables need to do the same, as well as standing behind Rudy. They're going at this under a 2-avenue approach, and we will be successful. With that said, I posted that article because it's in very, very detailed, categorized of who's who and what's what, and it names the names and how they're involved in the U.S.'s election. And it got banned. And so then I was put in the Twitter jail timeout for 8 hours, then that extended to 12 hours. And now permanently, either I agree to remove that post, otherwise it's a permanent ban. So I'm carrying the badge of honor to be a permanently banned Twitter person. And Jack, I have a message for you. You can ban us all you want, but the 70+ million deplorables out there have abandoned you, and more to come. And we will get our message out. We don't need your platform any longer. You're going to go down in flames, my friend. And all the billions of dollars that you think you have will be in the pockets of the deplorables when we own your ass. Do you understand?
One last thing. What is it about? Does Twitter, anybody come back to you, or has the left, anybody come back and said what's their problem with the article, or is there specific details that they think are wrong and should be changed? Has anybody come back and question pieces in the article to you or to anybody else?
No, they just say that I violated Twitter rules with the article, and I have to agree to remove the article. They consider it, if you look at the Twitter rules, they consider it false and fictitious information.